Hey grown folks, how you doing? This is Donna Smith, aka Lady D, and I am here this evening to talk to you about some grown folk topic and discussion because this is what we do. And if you'd like to reach out with me for any reason, to ask a question, to discuss something that I've actually posted or what have you, I can always be reached on my email address, which is dgrier12000 at yahoo.com. You can also reach me on Facebook under Donna Smith, and I am on YouTube under Donna Smith or Lady D. You can also check out my website, www.grownfolktalkwithdonnasmith.com. There you will find 3 pages of everything about me, my poetry, my music, my questions, things of that nature. Join in, leave a message, say hey, answer a question, a quote, whatever. Just come on and visit. So now what we're going to do, we're going to sit up here and talk about something. My mind was kind of going there. We're trying to think of 1,001 things to kind of get this party started. And the first thing I thought about was the situation of, and I think I touched on this before, but let's talk about it again. Um, when you are involved with someone and you're in something really deep and clingy and cool, and one of you would like to bring another person in the bedroom. And usually we have a larger percentage of men wanting to do that than women, but nowadays, women are becoming very frisky and open, and they're wanting to do these type of things as well. So with that being said, you want to bring another into the bedroom. Now, you and your mate discuss this, and you both come up with an understanding and an agreement that, okay, this would be fun. Let's try this. Let's spice up our room. Let's make this a really fun, freaky affair. So you come into agreements of doing that, and you bring the other person in. If you're, a man wanting another woman, or a woman wanting another man. Now, the woman wanting the other man, that's always a tricky situation because most men are not really, they're not accommodating or into that. It's taboo. It's a no-no. He is not going to want to go there, ladies, just to warn you. But, okay, let's go to the man wanting to bring a woman in. Because, men are so visual and hot and stimulated, and, him seeing the two women mixing and blending and, all over and into each other just turns him on. And that's one reason why men do request that. And then also they like to be the one that the two women just devour and take over. So back to the basis of the question, grown folks. Now, what if your man wanted to have that done, and the woman agrees with it, and you bring this other woman in, and she's hot and she's sexy and she smells good and she's clean and she's fine and she's ooh so sexy. What if that was the case? Now, if that was the case, and you all got down, and I mean, he's like, ooh, the best he's ever had. And, it just really rolled and rocked his boat. And the two women was just hot on fire for one another and connected. But what if, grown folks, the connection continued outside of that particular instance, of that particular encounter? What if, after that happened, they continued to want to keep in touch with one another? The two women. They continued to want to continue to see one another. The two women. And before you knew it, they were setting up another appointment to mix and blend. But guess what? It did not involve him. It was just about them. In some kind of way, he got wind of it, and before you knew it, wow. These women were into each other. It was hot. It was steamy. They didn't want or need him anymore. But it was his idea to make it happen. Now tell me, grown folks, in this moment right now, listening to this scenario and this story, and it does happen, trust me, what do one do? Should the man feel guilty? Should he not have done that and required and requested that? Be careful what you ask for. Or were the woman out of line, out of pocket for connecting and clinging? I mean, was it their fault that it happened? Whose fault is it? Do we blame anyone? Do we blame them all? They all grown. They all made educated grown folk decisions. They all agreed to do what they did. And there's always consequences. And in this case, there was a big price to pay. So I'd like to know from you grown folks, answer the question, send me an email, something more personable if you just don't want everybody out in your business. And let me know what you think. What do you think from the man's perspective, or what do you think from the two women's perspective? Who was wrong? Was the whole scenario right? And are you taking a chance with that happening either way it goes? Whether it's two men or two women, are you taking a chance that your mate may be taken from you? I want to hear it. Get back at me.